What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Bad Education. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Bad Education is one of those movies that are funny without trying too hard to be funny because the true story behind it is already unbelievable. You're like, wow, this scandal actually really happened? My God. There's also a little bit of journalism crusade element to it as well, which is pretty admirable. And in the same spirit as All the President's Men and Spotlight, but on a smaller scale. And Hugh Jackman is just terrific in his most eccentric role yet. Directed by Corey Finley, Oscar nominee Hugh Jackman plays school superintendent Frank Tassone, who's highly respected, and he takes very good care of his looks. Very groomed and tailored. On the outside, Frank is like a model citizen, and he knows just what to say to parents and students. He can do no wrong. But turns out, Frank and his assistant superintendent for business, Pam Gluckin, played by Oscar winner Allison Janney, have done a lot of wrong, and their hypocrisy is uncovered by a determined student reporter who decides to ask questions and dig deep into some of the school's costly expenditures, which then leads to the revelation of an embezzlement scheme of epic proportions, forcing Frank to try to wiggle his way out of it any way he can. The fact that the script was provided by Mike Makowski, who was actually a student right in that same school district in which this scandal happened, definitely helps because he provides some insight into situations that may not have been previously reported when this scandal first broke. Mike was right there in the middle of it all. You can't ask for a better researcher than that. Part of what makes this story hugely entertaining is that, you know how it is, when you steal a money, if you steal a money, there's usually a level of guilt or maybe regret about what you've just committed. But the characters Frank and Pam have gotten away with stealing taxpayers' money for so long that they've become so shameless and brazen about it. They got so cocky they leave trail papers and receipts behind. That's why they ultimately got caught, because being subtle is not their forte. Which is why Bad Education is not one of those dark comedies that have to come up with puns or lines to make you laugh, because the character's shamelessness have pulled much of the weight or done half of the work. With his greasy, slick black hair and his sharp-looking brand-name suits on, Hugh Jackman walks down the halls like he owns the school. Obviously, charm is part of Hugh Jackman's natural, effortless qualities, which does him wonders when playing this man Frank, who essentially is a two-face. He puts on an appearance of the caring, successful superintendent on the outside, but behind the scenes, he actually hides a big chunk of secrecy, and he would go to the extremes to make sure that his two-face grifting act can continue, even if it means throwing his colleagues under the bus. I don't remember the last time Hugh Jackman played a bad guy. Maybe you can refresh my memory on that, but in this one, boy, he is so cunning and unabashedly cocky. Bad Education is a story of falling from grace. It's a story of an unraveling. It's a story of deceit. It's a story of taking down power. It's an excellent dramedy that takes pleasure in sweet, sweet accountability.